So we might get loud barking, but I'm going to risk it. One of the games I play, because it's better than crying all the time, to fight fascism, or that thing that gets called fascism. I don't like calling it fascism. I've worried about that before. But if I'm being fed propaganda, I have a scrapbook. I recommend that you do too. You should sit there going, oh, it's that one, or very excitingly, it's a new one. So it seems to me tonight that there are 3 moves that the far right are using. There are far more, but 3 are haunting me tonight. The first is something I've always called Cameron's Law, named after David Cameron, because it was his only policy. He would always attack the opposition for something he was about to do himself. So draconian laws, that meant he was going to do draconian laws. If he was going to for a crashing economy, it meant what he was going to do was make it worse. In fact, you could predict exactly what David Cameron would do because he would always attack the opposition for doing it. Now, I'm not going to talk. I don't need to point out to you that is exactly Donald Trump's strategy. He always accuses the opposition about what he is about to do himself. So arrest journalists, for instance, classic move of the far right. You accuse the left of doing it because that opens up the territory. It allows it to be said. And once it's said, it's out of its box and you can do it. And that's the bit that's scary. You claim the opposition are murdering babies or are paedophiles. You attack them. And that somehow clears the way for you to do it. The second strategy is to manufacture, I guess it's false outrage. But it's a funny strategy for false outrage. So there is this ludicrous petition, which is going around in Britain calling for a general election. Now, that is clearly a little lump of Elon Musk propaganda. He's attacking Britain. I mean, if it was up to me, I would haul him in front of the British courts for it, because I think it's an unfriendly act. And the way he's doing it is he's kind of rehearsing probably what he was doing when to help Trump get elected, which is to have a petition, a mass movement that then creates outrage because nobody will listen to it. God's teeth during Brexit, without the help of a billionaire with malevolent intent. There was once a petition where almost half of Britain signed, saying, "Can we block Brexit, please? Can we talk about it again?" And it was ignored. So 2 million signatures, many of whom are not in Britain, is of no relevance whatsoever. But that's not the point. The point is that everybody who signs this petition is then going to be fed a story about they're just being ignored. And you create outrage. But worse than that, or more interestingly than that, that petition, Remove Starmer, can be signed by the right or the left. One of the things that makes me very, very uncomfortable about my end of the political spectrum at the moment is the numbers of times they have headlines attacking admittedly not terribly competent government by Starmer that could have been written by extreme right-wing politicians, including this call for him to resign. And why? Well, I don't know about you, but I've lost rather a lot of friends from my spectrum who shuffled off to the other side. And it's by doing exactly this. You create outrage, an outrage that could be shared by the left and the right, but it is very faux outrage. And it is only the right who will keep it alive. It becomes a conjuring, if you like, or a carrion call that recruits and infuriates. I guess we could call that Musk's law. I think we will be seeing a lot of it. The third, which is linked to both the other two, and might not be thought to be a separate rule, but kind of the amalgam of the pair, is just stupid stuff. What you say is daft, okay? You make daft claims about judges being biased. You make daft claims about crashing the economy. You make daft claims about what governments should do. Not because you think that your side would do them. But because when they get ignored, somehow that can feel like an insult. So you are creating insults. You're creating outrage. Why? Because outrage takes a substitution of proper thinking and simply becomes a way to recruit. So, claiming the opposition are doing what you do, false petitions to kind of create outrage, and false stories to create outrage. The right is on manoeuvres, huge manoeuvres. So the question we all have to ask is, what the hell, beyond doing what we've done, a hideout in the forest, are we going to do about this?